What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ali back again with another video. Today is May the 30th, and we're about to get into this pre-market analysis. Today's Friday. Market kind of moving down overnight so far. Mondays and Fridays aren't really the best for me, so we'll see how the market's looking. Might go half size today, and we'll just see what we can do. So let's get right into it. So today we have news at 6:30, which I'm in Salt Lake right now, so really 7:30 back home, and we have news at 9. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's hop right into the charts. Let's get on ES. Remove drawings, and then I think we should already have the weekly high and lows marked. Yep, swept the weekly high already. Let's see. So still bullish on the 4-hour. We do have some wick transfers so far. Still bullish on the 4-hour. See this? All right. Previous day's high up here. 6,008. That would be crazy if we got back up there today. But who knows? Who knows? It's possible. Low 876 and a half. That's the pre-market low as well. Willing to bet. Let's mark up any order blocks. I do see a strong one right here. He's bounced from multiple times. We're also in a strong 4-hour demand area. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can catch I like buys from this area for sure. A pre-market low bounce is looking like the best idea for right now. However, I do see that we are forming a 4-hour bearish engulfing. Now we still have about 45 minutes left on this candle, so it could definitely flip. So if it flips green, that would be up here. If it flips green and it comes back above 920, excuse me. Sorry if I just cooked y'all ears, man. All right. And then we come to the 1-hour. And the 1-hour is, let's see, break to the upside. Not quite. Low 906 and a half. And then boom, boom, boom. So the 1-hour is still bearish. Yeah, still bearish. Let's see. Yeah, so the 1-hour is still bearish. Okay. And we got our pre-market high. Pre-market high at the top of this order block, actually 922.75 pre-market high. So that's tricky. It's a little tricky. So I can see no gaps, right? Let's check the 4-hour for gaps. No gaps on the 4-hour. Besides all the way down here, right? Low 862 and a half. That'll be the 4-hour fair value gap open. And then this would be the close. And then no gaps on the 1-hour either. Yep. Besides actually this imbalance within this order block, 913.75. So I could actually see sells and buys today. Ideally, I would like buys just because 4-hour time frame is our stronger time frame. And we're bouncing from this order block again, and we're bouncing from this demand again. So ideally, I would like to see price come down here, sweep this low, and then run. However, doesn't look like that's happening. Now the range, this 1 hour, this imbalance is not within the discount zone for the 1 hour, so that is kind of making me a little skeptical. Honestly, I hope this imbalance gets hit before the market opens. So yeah, I don't know if price can come back down here to its pre-market low. That's really for right now, the only way that I'm looking to get into buys. I'll probably just go half size on the sells if I do get into sells, just because not really ideal, but I could definitely see us possibly sweeping this high. The only thing that makes me a little skeptical is this 4 hour turning back green, right, and becoming a 4 hour bullish engulfing, and then we push up. But at that point, at 9 o'clock, if we don't have a crazy reaction, I can look to get into buys actually at this bullish engulfing level. So we shall see. We shall freaking see. Bow. Bow. All right, we'll see. Now let's hop on YM right quick just to see what it's looking like. Remove drawings. Weekly should already be drawn. Yep, still within it's an inside week so far. Let's see, similar situation. 4 hours still bullish. Previous day's high is up here. All right, and then we got down here quick transfer low 874, and this is previous day's low, as well as a fair value gap open. So let's see, and this is a strong order block we're bouncing from right now, along with strong demand. All right, along with strong demand. So let's see how that holds. No other gaps really for buys, right? So let's see what we got on the 1 hour. The 1 hour is boom, 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 bullish. Wait, no. Boom, break, break, break. 1 hour is bearish. All right. So low 997. All right, and it's also the pre-market low. Then we have a 1 hour order block right here. And we have these equal highs, so I wouldn't be surprised if we come and sweep this area above. This also has me a little skeptical. But let's see. Pre-market high 272, I believe. Yep. Pre-market high is at 272. Which is also the top of the 1 hour range. So, you know, and we have this imbalance right here. Low 221. So similar, very similar setups, right? Very similar setups on YM and ES. Let's look at the 15-minute. You know, I can see us falling for sure. We definitely can fall. We got 9 minutes till open though. And this is this gap. I mean, that imbalance is actually in YM's discount zone. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I could see price moving down from these areas, but I ideally would like price to come down to this pre-market low and make a and sweep this pre-market low, and then I'll take buys from here. But we'll see. News at 9, so we'll just wait. If we get an entry, we get an entry. Like I said, I'm thinking about just going half size on the sells. And yeah, I'll update y'all whenever I take a trade. All right, well, that sucked. King Cap. Glad I went half size. 2 L's. One, I took both shorts. I went half size because of the shorts and because it's Friday. Glad I did. That sucks, man. This sucks. I'm break even on the week now. Yeah, I can't even cap. I'm a little annoyed, but I'll be all right. About to go to the gym and just work it off. Get a workout in, sweat this little frustration out, and then I'll be back next week to do the same thing. Definitely some things that I learned this week as far as just my strategy and some things I want to look more into to get more data points on so that I can make some adjustments. One of the main ones being not taking entries at like a engulfing candle invalidation point. This is something I've been noticing for a while, but this weekend I will be putting in a good bit of time to get the actual data on it, so I can have confidence in adjusting my strategy. So, yeah, I will do the recap after I do my workout, but yeah, I need to get off the charts right now and do something else before crash out. All right, so the first trade that I had took on Friday was on YM, and I'm just gonna break down I'm just gonna break down each time frame from the 4 hour to the 1 hour to the 5 minute. Kind of just go through my thought process after the fact. So on the 4 hour, during the trade, what I was looking at was this 4 hour bearish engulfing candle, and at the top of it is the invalidation point. So that's where my entry was. So that was a red flag for me. And then the strong bounce from that demand zone and the strong 4 hour order block was a red flag as well. Ideally, I wanted the entry down here for the buys, but we went higher first before coming down. And by the time we got down to that pre-market low entry, it was outside of my strike zone, so I wasn't able to catch that trade. So let's go down to 1 hour. This is also a 1 hour bearish engulfing that it invalidated, and I was a little frustrated because YM actually triggered like right before the market opened. It triggered the imbalance, and it rejected and went pretty much straight to TP2. But I had my rule that I cannot trade before the market opens, so that's what comes with it. But like I said a little bit earlier, I didn't. There's no real like data behind that, so I have to go into my data and see, all right, if I'm missing out more on not taking them trades before market open. Worded that wrong, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to see if taking trades before the market open is efficient enough to change my strategy, pretty much. So I was also skeptical, same reason, skeptical of price being in that demand area, 1 hour demand as well. And this trade actually worked out. I mean, the idea was correct, just the stop loss placement was not. In this case, I used an automatic 50-point stop on YM, and had I used just a little bit bigger, would have worked out fine. But hindsight being 2020, you don't really know that that's going to happen. So I will be looking more into whether or not I should be doing a set stop on every trade, or if I should adjust the stop size based off of like the type of entry, but that's just more work I have to do and more studying I have to do of my data. So it's come down to 5 minute. Now once I entered, I saw that price was already having a little uptrend towards my entry, and then after the candle, after the entry candle, we gapped up. You can see we gapped up above that close, and that's when I was kind of like, all right, yeah, it's just probably not gonna work out well, and then ended up going to stop loss. So that was that trade. And then my second trade was on ES. This is the 4 hour, same kind of ordeal, but ES moved, actually did go past that order block, right? It went past it. Now, right at open, I was looking at taking the shorts from that same imbalance on the 1 hour, as the same one as the YM trade, but it didn't tap me in. It didn't hit it, and it ended up falling. And I was a little annoyed by that, but it's what it is. The price was still bouncing from the strong demand area, and I had that 4 hour bearish engulfing as a green flag actually in this case, because I was looking to take the shorts initially. So on the 1 hour, you can see here, I put skeptical since gap was not in the overall 1 hour range. That was really my only skepticism with the ES cells. Other than that, it looked fine to me. You know, the skepticism with the gap and the it being at the 4 hour demand as well. So yeah, the imbalance, I got about 1 point right at open, and whenever price did come back into my entry, it was a fair value gap close, because that third candle closed without touching the first candle, so that created a gap. So I took it once we came back up, and that was my entry right there, and we went past my stop loss, similar to YM, and then came back down. You know, the area was right. You know, the area was correct, but the stop loss placement wasn't. And had I put it, you know, a little bit higher or aligned it with the level, you know, it'd been all right. But yeah, those are the two trades that I took. I went half size. Oh, it's a 5 minute. Yeah, price, you can see how price bounced off of that demand area, went into our order block, and then stopped us out pretty quickly. You know, I thought because we didn't close, you know, that initial entry candle, we didn't close into drawdown, gave me a little bit of confidence, and you saw we got a little move down on that second candle, but just couldn't fall through, and then barely went above stop loss and fell pretty hard. And yeah, that sucks. It sucks seeing my trades actually be in the right area, but not have the right stop and then work out in my favor. But that's trading, and I can't really get around that with any strategy. I can just do my best to adjust my current strategy to the market conditions. So that's what I'll be doing this weekend, going into my data and just refining things. So that's pretty much it for the post market recap for Friday.